Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to yet another
Another one.
Yes, sir. We are back and we are really excited. We're back at Macadoodles again. Shout out to Macadoodles.
Shout out
Look at
Macadoodles,
this
baby.
space.
Look at the scenery that you have.
Right in front of the whiskey.
Yes. This
You
is
know
the
what I'm saying?
vibe.
Not very many people get to do this.
No, not a lot of people get to do this. So
But our
we
boy
appreciate them. Jacob, we appreciate you. Aaron, right?
Aaron,
we
too, the
appreciate
whiskey
you.
specialist, yep.
They helped us set it up, get our whiskey right and everything taken care of. So shout out to them. If you need anything in regards to your alcohol, they have it.
Boom.
Yeah, they have it all. So
Yes,
I'm
and
excited. I can't wait. This episode for me is about to be fantastic. Oh boy, do I have a story to tell you. It's gonna be really good. We got a nice bottle of whiskey.
This is the first one you're doing.
Yeah, this is the
haven't done
first
one
one I'm
yet.
doing. It's okay. That's all right. We're taking our time with it. But it's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait to share it with you guys.
He had to find the right one.
He
Yeah.
did. He did. He had to make sure.
Yeah.
I needed speaking to the mic.
Right. I didn't want nobody to see my notes. You know, I was hiding my notes and all of that because I wanted to find the right one to bring to the viewers. And I think this one does it. I don't know. Again, like I said, just to talk about the previous episodes, Horse Soldier was a great story.
Great.
Yep.
What was the other one that we
Royal.
had? Royal was a great
Pendergast.
one.
Yep. From
And then-
Tomstown.
Then
Local.
The most recent one we just did was the Wood Hat, right?
Yep.
Bourbon
Wood hat.
Rubeness.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that was a good one.
Blue corn, baby.
Blue
The
corn was in there.
specialist.
Yeah. So this one for me is it's about to be fantastic. So no more talking, right?
Okay.
Let's get into it. Okay. So the bottle we have here today, it is called Remus. That's what it's called. Straight bourbon whiskey. I don't know if
Okay.
you can see this or not. Remus
Okay,
straight
what's that
bourbon
proof
whiskey.
on this?
Let's-
94 proof.
94?
So it's going to be a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit
the
lighter than the
lowest
last one.
one.
Yeah,
That's the lowest one.
Last week's was the lowest at 100.
Yeah.
George
This one's
Remus.
at the lowest now at 94. So.
Yeah, so we'll see, but it has a fantastic story. So, George Remus, the bottle is named after this guy. This guy is killer. I know. I remember talking about
Literally, figuratively, what are we talking
almost,
about?
almost. And Luke had when he did his bottle of whiskey. What was it?
Pendergast.
The Pendergast. Yes, when he did that one, and we were talking about the mob ties and things of that nature. But this kind of gets a little dicey.
Oh,
Okay.
So here we go. Remus.
Uh-huh.
He went to college in Illinois, Chicago.
Okay.
And he actually was a lawyer, excuse
Okay.
me. And specifically murder cases.
Wow.
So he
I
was
think I see where this is going.
he was a high profile murder
Trial lawyer.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so that in itself is pretty crazy. So this is around 1920. So he was making around $500,000 a year.
Wow.
In
Defending-
1920?
Right. Yes. Defending criminals.
What is that
and
today? How
a
much
lot.
money?
Today, yes. Approximately today, that's like $7 million.
A year.
Yeah, a year.
Wow.
So this dude
Yeah.
is breaded.
So
Okay.
imagine that money back then. That's
Was breaded.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So he really defended a lot of high profile bad
Wow.
people.
Yep.
So he got a lot of money during that time. So during this time is when they kind of threw out the ruling in regards to the prohibition,
Okay.
right? Where you can't sell alcohol anymore and things
Okay.
of that nature.
You can't come to a Macadoodles, is what you're saying, to buy some alcohol?
Exactly. You had to figure out other ways to do it. So the people that Remus was defending, right, which were obviously they were criminals. He's seen that they made a lot of money, right? He's like, how are you making this much money? Well, what they were doing, they were bootlegging,
Okay.
right? They were
Yeah.
bootlegging the alcohol.
Okay.
This man's already making $7 million.
Yeah,
though.
he's trying to make more?
Trying to make more money. Like, dude, when is enough? Sometimes greed is just
It gets the
it's
best of you.
real.
Yeah.
And so he's like, how do I get on this in on this? So eventually, again, if you hang around with 4 criminals, maybe you'll become the 5th.
Oh, wow.
And he became the 5th.
Okay.
He became
Wow.
the 5th criminal.
Okay.
So what he started to do, he actually started to buy up properties, right? Just local,
Smart guy.
yeah, exactly. Like
Real estate.
houses, there was buildings, and he started to bootleg the liquor out of these establishments that he purchased.
Okay. Okay.
And so he had a team upwards of, I think it was like 500. He had a team of 500
Wow.
people working for him.
And this was during the Prohibition, right?
This is
So
during the
It was
Prohibition.
illegal. It was illegal.
It was illegal. Yes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
all the profit is coming to him. He's splitting up amongst the people that works for him.
about 90-10.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow.
he's doing a pretty good job of that. So at one point in time, in a max of 2 years, he had bought and sold a seventh of the bonded liquor in America.
Wow.
Think about that.
A seventh?
Of the bonded liquor in America. He had sold a seventh. That's how much control, how many buildings and properties that this
Wow.
guy had.
Holy crap.
I mean, that's just
wild.
a lot. That's a
wild.
lot. And of
That's a lot.
course, he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money doing it.
Okay.
So again, he was not some guy that was just behind the scenes, feet
Heck
up
no.
or anything like that. No, he loved to live lavish. And he had a wife at the time. And they used to throw, I'm talking big parties.
Gatsby parties?
Yeah,
The Great
yeah,
Gatsby.
those
Great
type of
Gatsby,
parties.
yeah.
Okay.
He threw major parties. One of the parties, I think it detailed that everyone there, all the men there, he gave them diamond watches.
Oh, so this
yeah,
boy was
yeah, he
money.
gave
Just-
diamond watches.
Hey, how'd you like to show up to a party and get just a
Hey,
diamond
here's a
watch?
Rolex for you.
Hey, just for coming to my party. Here you go.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Imagine how much money this guy had.
Oh, yeah.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Insane. And not only that, but all the women at the party, guess what they got?
Diamond earrings.
Nope.
Necklaces.
Nope. Cars.
Cars.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Every woman at the party got a car.
What are they getting? Rolls
Yeah,
Royces or what?
I'm not sure. It didn't go into detail. But if you got to pay for 40 to 50 cars, I mean, it's a hefty
Shit.
ticket.
That is.
That's
so,
wild.
Again, this goes to show you, right, how
Yeah.
much money that this guy was making at one point in time.
It also shows you he treats women better than men, which is good. He's a women's guy.
Yes. So again, I don't want you guys to forget that this guy was a lawyer, right? So
Okay.
he's very smart.
Yeah.
So
He
don't
was,
forget that.
he knew the law. He knew how to escape the
Absolutely.
law.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely, absolutely. And so moving forward, actually, before we move forward, let's get some ice.
You want me to
Let's
get
get
some
the
ice?
bottle
Okay.
open,
All right,
and then
all
we
right.
can continue the story.
All right.
How about that? Man,
Man.
this guy is crazy, Luke. I'm telling you right now, this is ridiculous.
He had 600 people, 500 people working for him.
Yes.
Wow. That just-
Making 500,000 a year, and that's 7 to 8 million now.
Wow.
Imagine that. You know,
that's
it's ridiculous. Imagine that. I can't.
and he was already making good money.
Yeah.
He already making good
Fantastic. What more do you need?
money.
I wonder what he was making at his peak. This one's yours.
No, that one right there. Thank you.
I'm gonna let you do the honors of opening it up, Talbot.
You're gonna have to pop that sucker open.
Yeah, you got to
You want me
take the
to-
wrapper off of that one.
You want me to do that?
Yeah,
George
yeah.
Remus.
George Remus.
And also, do want to shout out Aaron
Yeah.
because they didn't have any more bottles of this today.
No,
And he got another bottle, brand new bottle for us in 20 minutes.
in 20 minutes they were all
Wow.
out, and he called someone. I don't know who he called.
He got connections.
But they got here fast, quick, and in a hurry, and they made it happen for
Wow.
us.
And I
So
also don't know if I can.
thank you so much, Aaron, for sure. Do you need some help? You want me to help you?
Yeah, get
Let me see. Let's see. I don't know what it's doing here.
They're a little
Sorry.
having technical difficulties with the
Technical.
bottle. We'll probably have to cut out part of this.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and take a break until we get the bottle open.
Welcome back.
Yep. We're back
We
after
finally
the
got
break.
the bottle
We got
open.
the bottle open. It took us about 10 minutes. Okay.
Here we
We
go.
figured it out.
Luke, this is what you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
That
You
wasn't
could
as
hear
good
that.
as the
It
last
wasn't
one.
as
That's
good as
the
the
last
last
I
one.
gotta try it
Yep.
again.
There it
is.
There it is.
You know I don't pour mine for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Ooh,
Let's see.
sorry, I had to. Have
I
a
know
straw.
you did.
That's good right
Sorry,
there.
that was kind of a heavy pour.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I got a heavy hand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, dude, we have to go back to work, man. Okay,
Wow.
perfect. I like it. Like it.
It has a good color.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Let's.
What are you smelling there? Well, you have
See,
the
you
answers,
know.
don't you?
Ah,
You have the answers.
I hope you have the answer.
No, I don't have the answer. So we're gonna go off the fly. I was so caught up in the story, I did not have the answer.
Well, let's
so we're
look at
just
this.
gonna
Here,
guess.
Let me tell you. I'll look up the answers.
Yeah,
All right,
just
so you
look
have
at.
the
I was
answer.
caught up in the story, but what I want us to do is I want us to
Can you hand me
smell
that
it.
bottle?
Yes,
I want to make sure I
absolutely.
get the right bottle
Yes.
because
I
I'm sure
will
they
say,
make
yeah.
multiple.
This smells very smooth.
Smell smooth. Let's smell it, and we'll taste it after he done looking up the
Smells caramely.
the stuff. And then I'm getting back to my story. I need to get back to the story.
He's so
ASAP.
excited.
I'm
He's so
telling
excited.
you, I'm ready to go. Let's
So
go.
excited.
Uh,
Should we try it though?
wait a minute. I want to look. Get in on it too. It do smell
I mean,
smooth.
This dude, he's kind of just a badass.
I mean, in so many words, you're a lawyer. You know how to evade the law.
is that him?
You know how to.
It looks like it.
Yeah, that's him.
Because
That's
he
him.
looks like
He looks like a mobster.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But again, I mean,
Oh,
he's
wow.
smart.
But
That's
everyone-
really good.
You already
tasted it?
tasted it?
Yeah, I just tasted
We
it.
were waiting on him.
We didn't
Oh,
cheers.
shoot.
Wow.
Oh, man.
He
That's
messed up
terrible.
the tradition.
He
I
broke
messed
the
it up.
tradition.
Wow.
You know
can't-
what? You know what
We
that
might
means?
as well just stop podcasting.
You know what? That means I need to do the honor.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
Because you might as well just be done if you don't.
Whiskey for the soul, insurance for the wallet.
Wow.
I like that.
A lot.
You see, like that right there.
Wow.
The flavors pop.
They
Yeah.
did. They did.
See, on the last one,
See, you
I
know
liked
though.
it.
You know it though.
No, I haven't looked
No,
up what's
he-
in
Oh,
here
okay,
yet.
okay, fair.
If you look, I've got it up here, but it's just I haven't looked, I haven't clicked on it yet
Yeah.
to actually
Okay.
see what's in it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get. I won't say.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know, but I definitely taste something in this that
Mm.
is 100% a giveaway answer. I know it. It's
Hold
in
on.
it.
Give me a second. 'cause
See, and I do too, but I don't know what it is.
Okay. Once I say this, and trust me, I don't know the answers because I just looked
Okay.
it up. I just clicked on the link. I've got my phone posted the other
Hold on,
way,
let me try. it
I'm
one
gonna
more time.
say-
and I know for a
I'm-
fact this is. in
we're not
this
going
one.
to say it yet. I have to finish my story first.
No, hang on, though.
Okay, okay.
I gotta say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Vanilla.
Yeah. Okay. that's what it
Vanilla
was.
is 100% in this one. I
Yeah.
taste that for sure.
Okay. Now, hey.
All right, now
Hey,
you
now
finish
you
your
can do-
story,
Okay,
and I'll,
about time.
and I'll
they
keep
want to
looking-
hear the story too. Let's do it. Okay. So here we go. Where do we leave off?
How he
Remus.
bought all the girls' cars.
Yeah,
Cars
bought
at
them
the
all
party.
cars and things like that. But sometimes, again, that can lead to your demise, right?
Mhm.
Right. When you're
Mhm.
flashy and you're doing all these parties and these
Oh,
big
true, true.
extravagant
How'd
things.
you get all that money?
Guess what? Exactly. They start looking for you. And
Mhm.
boy, did they start
The
looking for
IRS,
him.
baby.
Yeah. They started looking for him, and eventually it caught up to him. They found out that he was selling alcohol illegally.
Oh,
And he was found and booked for about 2 years.
that's
2
it.
years. 2 years in prison. Yes, only 2 years in
Hold
prison.
on, that actually
On-
though that doesn't seem that like that.
It
much.
doesn't seem that long. Yeah, it doesn't seem that much.
Okay.
But he was booked. And while he was booked, his wife, right?
Kept running the business.
Oh, she kept running the business, but she took all of his money.
Oh.
So this is the backstory to that. He's in prison and he has a cellie, right? A cellmate. And he's confiding in his cellmate. He's like, man, I was this big timer, I was the guy, and my wife, she handles all my money. Well, his cellmate was getting out in 6 months. So his cellmates gets out in 6 months. Guess who he finds?
Her.
Oh man, did he? He found her, right? And guess who got married? I mean, guess who was
they were hooked-
together?
Oh wow.
Yep. So they took all of his money because he told them that information, right? And so he took it back to her and was like, "Hey, let's do this." And so she finally was a partnership with the cellmate.
Hey y'all,
and
get
so-
yourself a good girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Get you someone you can trust. But
Exactly.
here's the plot twist, right? It's not over yet, right? So, like I said, he only got 2 years.
Yeah.
So his cellmate got out before him.
Yep.
So he gets out, and they are obviously, they had kids and things like that, and
Mhm.
the cellmate was driving around with her and etc. So, they were on the way to court.
To settle.
Yep,
the children?
Remus to settle the children dispute. So Remus and the wife, along with their new boyfriend, his ex cellmate, were on the way all to the court. He locates their car. Remus locates their car. Guess what he does? Soon as they open the door,
Bop, bop.
he shoots him.
Wow.
Yep.
And then dips.
He shoots him in broad daylight, in front of everybody. Right. So
Wow.
they cuff him. He goes to jail. But again, Remus is smart, right? So he pleaded temporary insanity. That's how he pleaded. I'm crazy. I don't know what I was doing, and it's because my wife cheated on me and with my cellmate. And guess what?
Because they weren't divorced yet.
They wasn't divorced yet. There you
So
go.
she screwed herself.
So she cheated on him with the cellmate, and he pleaded, right? And he pleaded temporary insanity.
So did he get out of it?
That's a good question. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. So they have the court case, right? They're in course, in the court systems. The jury deliberated for 19 minutes. 19.
That's it.
19. That's it.
Man, he
They
pulled
come
on
back.
The heart. I already know where this
Oh,
is
yeah,
going.
he
He pulled
pulled-
on the heartstrings of these,
Absolutely,
the jury
he did.
members.
They
He got
came
off
back.
that smug, didn't he?
I don't know. They came back, and Remus found not guilty. He was
Knew it.
He was,
I knew it. I 100% knew it.
He was.
Tal's
Right.
about to walk off the set right now.
He was
crazy.
right.
my
He was
gosh.
admitted into a crazy home,
Mental
right?
asylum?
Into a mental
Crazy.
asylum. That's what they
Wow.
put him. They did not put him back in prison. They put him in a mental asylum.
I mean,
So how
What a
about
story.
that for a story? How about that? That tops the stories. I'm telling you, that's a big
Wow.
one.
Oh,
that
man.
is great. This man
Yeah,
is the smartest man.
lawyer,
I mean-
a lawyer.
I mean,
We're
I don't
talking
know
about a
about
lawyer.
I mean,
I don't know if I want to get checked into a mental
Yeah.
asylum.
But here's the thing,
you know,
would you rather be there or would you rather be in
100
prison for 18
100
years?
there. 100 there.
So, like, here's
Yeah.
the thing: you can't outsmart
Mm,
the smarts.
mm.
I mean, he knew all the rules.
He knew the rules.
He
He was
knew
a
every law.
lawyer.
Yeah,
he
he knew
was a
every law.
lawyer.
And he was plotting this as soon as he found
Yep.
out that his wife and his ex-celly,
Yeah.
because they weren't
Yeah.
divorced.
Nope.
And he's
The-
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just crazy."
Yeah.
To find all the flavors in this, by the way, it's been pretty hard. I've been over here searching all these different things. But
You
I
might have
think
it on the back.
It might have it on the back.
I did find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay, well, that's
7
it.
flavors.
That's all we need. Let's
that's-
guess.
I think that should be enough.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
Well,
And vanilla,
I will just
I
say
was accurate.
that's
Is-
literally the first one on the back.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I knew it. As soon as I tasted it, I could taste the vanilla.
There is vanilla, strong, and
Yeah.
I love vanilla.
Vanilla is
You just
good.
cheated.
Yeah.
You looked at all the freaking flavors.
No, there's only one. And
Oh,
then
okay.
It says hint of rye,
Okay.
Yep, that's the other one, a hint of
Okay.
rye.
Okay.
So
So vanilla
there-
rye.
but it's just a rye whiskey, so
Yep.
it's gonna automatically.
Yeah, it's gonna have
it.
rye in it.
Let me taste again, and let me see if we can get an accurate one.
So
I
it's got
definitely
the
taste cherries.
so it's got the rye spice.
Mhm.
That's the first one. So that's where you're getting the rye. It's a rye whiskey. You have rye spice.
I do cherries.
It's some-
or stone fruits.
Yeah, I was about to say it's some type of fruit, but I want to go with I want oranges to be in there somewhere, but it's never
It's
in
not.
there.
It's
It's
because
not.
it's you know
No
why?
matter what we try.
You know why?
The color.
No, it's because it's always whenever you garnish these, you always garnish them with
An
An
orange.
orange.
Yeah, like
And so
when you
they
do your
don't even
old
put orange in
fashioned,
it.
right? They put the
Yep.
oranges
Oh,
in
and
there.
yeah.
then they spin it and they twist it.
Okay, well, orange.
Maybe
is
we
not
need
it.
to do that for some future episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe old fashions
Yeah, a
instead.
little old fashioned.
So we have rye. We have what else?
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
And what else?
And you guys
Stone
guessed
fruits.
some stone fruits. It's not stone fruits. It's candied fruit. So same as the last one.
It was. It was.
But
Same as the
actually,
last
last
one.
week was apples.
Yep, it was
was.
candied
Candied
apples. This
apples.
one's candied fruit.
Wow.
And then they have, and it's dried and candied
Yep.
fruit is what it
Okay.
is.
Yep.
Maple aroma,
Maple.
and then
I can smell it now.
Mhm.
yep, and then a sweet rye flavor.
You can always smell
You
it and
can always
taste it
smell the
after you get the
maple.
Yep.
description.
Oh yeah. So
That maple does smell.
there's your flavors on this, and I'm not gonna lie, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was an amazing story and an
Yeah.
amazing. Oh,
Yeah, that was crazy.
I
I've
mean-
been itching.
I
I've been
know you-
itching to get it.
Is
get it off.
Is it me or do you guys like?
I genuinely
I like it a lot.
Genuinely like this.
And give us a price.
Mm.
$39.99. I can give it to you.
40 or 50.
No,
Yeah.
I just looked at it. It's
Okay,
$39.99.
Yeah.
So very valued whiskey or
Yep.
value priced whiskey.
I think that
Not
was the same
premium.
as last week.
It
if I'm
was
not wrong,
it
yeah.
was $39.99 as well.
Yeah.
See, because we started out pretty high,
we did.
and so we wanted to kind of give
Come in and give some value.
because some
whiskeys.
people don't want to spend $100 on whiskey.
I can tell you
Absolutely.
this: I don't want to spend $100 on whiskey every week. So,
yeah,
No.
no,
but I'm not gonna lie. This is just as good as a $100 bottle.
Yes.
absolutely.
The way it tastes. Oh man,
Absolutely.
we're gonna get to that. Hold on.
Yeah,
We're gonna get to that.
The flavor on this is awesome. As soon as I sipped it before I did the cheers, I ruined it.
Yep.
Might as well cancel the whole podcast.
yeah,
Boo.
But-
might as well.
I mean, seriously, the flavors popped immediately.
Absolutely.
Last week when I gave the lower rating that I did,
Yep.
it was because I didn't get the flavors.
Yeah.
Mm.
This one,
You
should I
wanna
just go ahead and
just
do it?
go ahead. I mean, you're already in on it. Go ahead, man.
I'm gonna go. I'm telling you this right now. 8.99.
He went from
8.9
a
to
6 point something
Last
last
episode.
week to an 8.9.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So you like it that much?
I do.
Okay.
This is good.
Hey,
I'm-
you
I'm
want to
talking-
go last since you talked about it? You want me to go next?
Yeah, you go next.
Okay.
Yeah. You go next.
You know, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be much lower than that.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do an 8.5.
I'm telling you, it's a good whiskey.
It's a very good.
Yeah.
I could.
I can sip.
I
on
could
this.
sip
I
on
would
this
say I'm
for
gonna
the
be
next
honest. I
couple
think
of
this
hours.
is the
Easy.
best one we've had. That's a sipper.
Yep. Like that.
Agreed.
I like that.
What was our highest one? Was it the first one?
Horse soldiers, but that's just because that,
It was.
I mean,
It was unreal.
you can't beat that.
But I
can't
would.
be destroyed.
I don't know.
I'd rather
It's
sip.
great.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna lie.
now.
I'd rather sip on this over that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
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 Over
This is a
horse-
sipper.
Over horse soldier.
Mhm.
Yes.
That one I gave a. Was I in the nines? I think I was in the
I
nines.
was in the nines too.
That was
I
a
will
while
say
back.
though, when I looked that bottle up, because I did some more research after, just because I love the bottle,
Yeah.
they thoroughly recommend making it into old fashions.
Wow.
Yeah. This one.
Thoroughly.
Wow,
No,
horse
No,
soldier.
the horse soldier.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
thoroughly.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one, I don't think. I mean,
I mean, it tastes
don't
like
mind
a.
just
It don't
sipping.
need nothing.
No.
You just need ice.
That's
literally.
it.
I'm straight up. You get the bottle.
That's all it is. Get the bottle.
All you need to know is get the
Just get
bottle.
the bottle.
I now know why there was none of these mugs on the shelf.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm so thank you.
This is amazing.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron, for
Yeah.
coming
finding
through.
a way to
For-
get us
to
a
get us
bottle.
this one.
Absolutely. And if you need some, again, Macadoodles is
Macadoodles.
the spot. Come
Yeah.
to
Can't
Macadoodles.
Harp on it
Yeah.
enough.
Look at all this.
You know what
behind
we could do? We could post one that maybe we do a live one week and we come back here in
Yeah.
4-6
Well,
weeks.
that's what I was talking about. But we need a certain number of like people to be
Yeah.
on it.
Go
But
ahead.
I'm down for that. I will come up here any day of the week and just do a live with Aaron and
Yeah.
Jacob.
That'll be amazing.
Get them on the podcast
because they have
we could
open bottles that they're willing for us to try. and
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
that
we
would
could
be-
we could probably even have people come up here if we wanted
Literally,
to, and
yeah.
just say, "Hey, come on up. We're gonna plan a live podcast. So you
Oh.
can taste the whiskey with us."
that
That would
so
be
cool.
wild.
Let us know if you like
Yeah, let
that.
us
If
know
you
what
like
to do
that, if you like that idea,
Yeah.
please send us a DM
Yeah.
and put on a comment that you would come and join.
Yeah.
Because
So-
Macadoodles has been vastly nice enough to allow us
Man.
to come back whenever we want.
We're so appreciative.
Obviously, don't want to overstay our welcome.
so
So-
Well, one more thing before we get going, right?
Yeah.
I have to rate it. You gave it a nine.
He
I,
gave
I'll
8.9.
go with a 9.
A
I
9?
said 8.9 to 9, and I can't give it with 2, so let's just go with
Okay.
a 9. I'm
Okay.
at 9.
What'd
8.5.
you give it? 8.5.
8.5.
Well, this is a 9.5 for me.
Oh,
This is
I
a
love
it. It might be the
9.5
highest.
for me. Yeah. No. I think you have to take it all in one. The
Absolutely.
value of the bottle,
Yep.
number one.
True.
Right? The value of the bottle.
We should start
The
doing
consistency of the taste.
Yep.
It's immaculate.
that. Mhm.
So
the
that
way
gives
it
us
goes
an
down.
average of 9. That's got to be our highest average.
That is
Gotta be.
that's a,
Has to be the highest.
let's clap
average.
it up for the highest average. Come on.
Let's go.
That's
I
gotta
love
be.
it.
That's gotta be. That's
I
gotta
mean,
be.
seriously though, I can't get over this.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is
I
amazing.
can't.
good.
I don't even want to go with the rest of the podcast. How do you even follow up?
Well, you already ruined it. We should already stop
Yeah.
anyways.
It should have been cut already.
Golly.
But Remus has done it.
He's done it.
Remus has done it.
Do you
now,
know where the
Give me more.
distillery is?
yeah.
You already gave me a heavy pour. I want some
might
more.
as well tip it. You might as well.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
I am not kidding.
Yeah.
If you want a good whiskey, right here.
Is
Let
it?
me see.
That's it.
It has blown our socks off today. I will say.
I look at that. That's another heavy pour I poured.
I like that. I like that.
Can you go wrong?
No. And it's $39.99.
That's where I'm blown away by. It's not even $110 bottle.
No.
It's not a $100 bottle, not a $110 bottle. It's a $40 bottle.
But guess what? It tastes like it.
It does. Like it sure does.
It is distilled at the Ross and Squibb Distillery,
which is located
Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Indiana.
Shout out to Indiana.
Shout out to Ross and Squibb
for producing an awesome whiskey with their corn.
Talk about a story and talk about the whiskey.
Talk about just freaking everything.
That's ridiculous.
Talk about this podcast.
Yeah. I like that.
I mean, for real. Yeah. But yeah, no. Should we get into what we actually do?
I think it's important. You know, we have a podcast for a reason. We want to make sure that we promote the industries that we're in, and you know, the longevity that you can be in this business.
So if you're an insurance professional,
yeah,
whether it's life insurance, health insurance, Medicare agent, you name it, you may want to listen. Or if you're interested in getting in the insurance industry, we're about to talk about what is a 1099 insurance agent.
Excited. I'm excited about that.
And what that looks like.
Absolutely.
Cal, you're the closest to it. Do you want to start what your first, couple years has been like as a 1099 insurance agent?
Absolutely. And actually, first I'm going to start off and say I was always told by my dad to never climb the ladder.
The corporate ladder.
Climb the ladder.
Okay.
He was trying to get me and his kids, sorry.
Yeah.
As a very young, I mean, I wouldn't say young, but high school and college.
Yeah.
You know, he was always just saying, hey, I climbed the ladder for 20 years and then they just screwed me. You know, he was in the same company for 28 years. I'm not going to say the company because they're here local, but I'm not, you know, he was in the same company for 28 years and then they're just like, sorry, we can't afford you.
Wow. And they just sent in a pink slip.
Yep. Just said, hey, sorry.
Wow.
And so it's like one of those things about that's what defines 1099. You're your own business. You literally eat what you kill.
Your own boss.
You are your own boss.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love because there's nobody here telling me how much money I can make.
Yeah.
There's no ceiling. There's nobody here that's going to say, hey, oh, you made 150 grand last year. Sorry, that's it. No.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that. Anyways, back to my story. So I took that with a grain of salt and I was like, you know what? Let's run with it. Let's do it. And so obviously I told you guys in the first episode in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Started here at Apollo in 21?
Yep.
Yeah.
2021.
2021.
Were you guys June or July? I think you were July. Weren't you? July 4th?
We were June. Thanks, Rods. Hey, shout out to Rods again, our tech guy. But yeah, Rods is in my class too. But we started in June. We're actually, I think, the earliest class because the other classes now started in July, right?
Nope. The 2019 class. Shout out to the 2019 class. They started in May, end of May.
Oh,
they did.
Damn, they beat us.
Could you imagine that?
That would be crazy.
Graduating in school and
that'd be crazy. But anyways, 1099. You have to understand what you're getting into. You start out at the lowest of the totem pole. Yep. It's gonna happen. You start out making no money.
Yeah.
But that's why I love getting into it at such an early age because I came from college where I did not make money. My work was baseball.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And so coming to work and actually getting a paycheck, I was like, damn, it's not a lot, but it's something. Let's go.
Sure.
And like, that's another thing that I know we talked about in my interview. Like, that's why you hire young people that played sports in college because you know the grind. You're addicted to the grind. And that's one thing that a lot of 1099 people share in common is the grind. You have to learn to work and you're going to work hours you don't want to work if you want to make money. Like for instance, OE.
What's OE?
Passionate open enrollment. It's coming up actually. I passionately love open enrollment. I love the hours personally. And I think I'm not one of the few, but I know I'm probably one of the few that genuinely love it.
I want you to break that down. OE, yes, it's open enrollment, but what is that time for our industry?
Absolutely.
As agents, what is that?
So open enrollment is a 2-month rolling period from November 1 to December 31. Actually, it's January 15 now. Sorry. And so you can only enroll into ACA products, which is the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, Marketplace. They're all the same.
Love it.
All of that. So if you ever need help, call us here at Apollo during open enrollment. We'll help you out with anything you need.
Absolutely.
Promise.
And that is for under 65 health.
Correct.
Now, Mark over here is responsible for our Medicare team and is a junior partner for our Medicare team, which is a different open enrollment. And they call that AEP, annual enrollment period. And then they have an OEP that starts January 1st through March 31st. Now, AEP runs different time frame.
Yeah, it does.
What time frame does AEP, the annual enrollment period, for those that are wanting to enroll into a Medicare plan, run?
Yeah, good question. If you have any grandparents or anything, senior family members, things like that, it's from October 15th through December 7th.
Perfect.
And so that's the time frame from
weird
there.
dates.
Yeah.
Yep.
But back to 1099.
Yes.
Yeah.
So been here for 2 years, ups and downs,
Mm.
tremendous ups and downs. There's tons of months, especially during the summer. Actually, right now in the time that we're in is the slowest time of the year. It's always gonna be because you're right in the middle, getting ready for open enrollment. Nobody's wanting to change because you're that close to the end of the year.
Exactly.
Right. It's
Most
hard.
people have met their deductibles, their
Correct.
max out of pockets. Now, if
Hard
you
to persuade.
haven't met that and you do want to look at other options, there's people that make decisions every single day
Absolutely.
still.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We probably will have 1,000 apps get enrolled this month.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
1,000 people will help out just this month alone.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But it's still a tough time. It's
a
just
grind.
slower.
It's a grind. Yeah. And this is where, the dogs come out.
Yeah, sure.
You got to work through it, and you got to be consistent. That's the biggest thing with being 1099 is consistency.
Yeah.
For sure.
And passion.
Yeah.
If you don't love what you do, you're not going to want to do it every day.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing for 1099.
Yeah.
When I talk to people for interviews, and if you would have remembered one of my things that I said, if you don't have a passion that want to help people,
Yep. You're not
then
going to do well.
This isn't the career for you,
Mm-mm.
because you want to have that deep rooted desire to want to help people. Our mission
Absolutely.
statement is to positively impact people's lives.
Absolutely.
Always.
And in order to do that, you're going to have to ask specific questions. Where do you go to a doctor? What facilities do you like? What prescriptions do you take? Have you been to a doctor? If you're like me, you only want to go once every couple of years for your annual physical, or are you dealing with a health condition that you currently are managing? All those things really go into, what plan's going to fit that particular customer.
Absolutely.
We're not a cookie cutter place where you're fitting a bunch of people into certain plans. You really have to tailor those needs for customers. But as an insurance agent, when you're in this industry, the first 12 to 18 months, like Talbot was talking about, is a very difficult challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You're having to build from scratch. You're building a book of business, per se, rather than receiving a salary from a company or an organization. So you do need to have a little bit of runway in order to make it happen. You got to have some savings in order, like for those, for instance, my dad got started in this industry when he was 46 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So it is for people of all ages. You just have to know that first 12 to 18 months is going to be a tough challenge.
Yep.
Because you've got to build from something. You got to start from somewhere, and that somewhere is right at the bottom, like you said.
Yep. And that's the best part, because all of us at Apollo, I think the highest agent or the oldest agent's probably 27, 28.
In the office.
In the office. Yeah. And like whenever you just see your checks continue to grow, it's the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah.
Knowing every month it's just going to go up when you start selling.
Oh man.
It's
something.
the coolest thing ever. And so after 2 years, honestly, like it's cool to say that like I built a foundation.
Yeah.
I have referral partners. I have everything that you kind of need in order to run your own business.
Yeah.
You've got referrals from current clients. You've got, like you said, you've got the foundation of your brick wall already laid from your first 2 years of work.
And so now it's just brick by brick.
Go time.
Building it up. Yeah. And so that's what's cool, because now I can finally just not relax, but I can move straight forward on what I know I can do right.
Yeah.
And like building the trustworthy clients to build your foundation is the biggest thing I can say.
Yeah.
Don't treat any client different. Every client is a great client. And that's the biggest thing I think a lot of people have misconception about, is like every client is going to be different, but they all mean the same to you. You have to treat them the same way.
Agreed. I agree.
You have to.
I couldn't agree more. When you sit there and you think of the marketplace, or you think of people that have gone to alternative solutions such as health shares, group health plans for small business owners, ICRAs for small business owners has become popular. There's a lot of things that you have to stay on top of as an agent. And that's probably one of the biggest challenges. If you're an agent tuning in and you do Medicare or you do under 65 health, it's challenging to try and know all the different rules and regulations for both Medicare and U65 and for group. And because you have to be a constant resource of information when you're communicating to folks.
Yeah.
And so I think that, being an expert in this industry is becoming ever so more challenging, but also it's incredibly rewarding when you can give that expertise to consumers about, hey, what's going on in the market? Because since March of 2010, when Obamacare has been passed, it has impacted the entire industry.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think that's one of the biggest things that insurance agents, or if you're thinking about joining the industry, what you need to be able to know is you got to be comfortable with change.
Yep.
Because change in this industry is good. I don't say these things to scare people off. Hey, first 12 to 18 months is going to be challenging. You got to be comfortable with change. You want to help people.
Yeah.
But that's the reality.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if you want to make a lot of money, you got to accept that.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to go make $50K for 7 years. And maybe get
it's stagnant. You're stagnant.
Literally.
So, and I think our society, there's nothing wrong with being an employee. It all depends upon your mindset and what you want out of life. Some people, because I'll say this, as a 1099 employee, your work-life balance isn't as good. So you have to understand that. Once it's past 5 o'clock and you have a client that calls you,
you got to accept
it's no going home.
No, correct. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I try to instill into agents that are coming into the industry. Don't treat it as a 9 to 5, because it's not a 9 to 5.
No.
Yeah. If you want a 9 to 5, nothing wrong with that. You just have to go for your priorities. What's important to that particular person in their life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And last thing I will say, sorry about that, is the why.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about that in the last podcast with Adrian, but the why is the biggest thing that's going to keep you motivated to work every day.
Absolutely.
Right? And one of my biggest whys is whenever I started this, my brother is a doctor in North Carolina. Shout out to him. I love you, bro. But you're the one that fuels me the most.
Tune into the podcast.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're the one that fuels me the most because you said I wouldn't be successful in this industry. And so that's the biggest thing and it's no shame against him.
No.
Like, he chose a different route.
Absolutely.
I get that. And he helps lives every single day and helps people. And I cherish him for that.
Absolutely.
But what I was telling him is, like, I just want to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
That pushed you.
Literally.
That motivated you.
Yeah. And that made me literally sign that letter the exact day I got it.
I'm going to show him.
I'm going to show it.
I'm going to show him.
I'm going to do it.
I think you guys hit on two important things. I mean, mindset and, mentality. Those things are important. It just comes back to vision. If you have the vision of knowing what you want, as Luke alluded to earlier, what do you want out of your life? And again, there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. People are content with the 9 to 5 and they have a great life. It's nothing wrong with that. But in regards to our industry, the ceilings, there's no ceilings. It's off. You right. So we're able to.
I think anybody that's tuning in that's an insurance professional, if you want to have a successful business, I mean, you can even put it in the comments as well, some of the challenges that you face, because there are a lot of challenges building your own business and your own brand in the insurance industry. But I think, like you said, it's a mindset and it's what you want out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And from an aspect of working from past 9 to 5, if you don't want that, probably not the right place for you.
Absolutely.
Because you'll have a business owner that will call you. I mean, there's just a lot of different things that go around that. So Mark, you hit the nail on the head from that aspect of things. Now, can you have a better work-life balance later on in the career once you've been doing it for 10 years? Absolutely, because you've built your client base, your clients know you, they call you, you've serviced them for a decade or more. And it maybe allows for more freedom later on in life. But when you're building it, there's not a lot of freedom because you're trying to just put food on the table. Is the reality. So
I was gonna say, I'm starting to get to the point where I can actually take a Thursday or Friday and go golf with a referral partner if I want to.
Absolutely.
And that's the best. You can't do that at a W-2.
No. You have a little bit, as you put in the work, you get a little bit more freedom on the back end.
Absolutely.
And so that's something that's enjoyable.
And
something that's good
so,
for us.
Mark, I'll ask you, what do you think has been the biggest challenge? You've been with us since 2018, July 2018.
Yeah, man.
What's been the biggest challenge you think that you've seen agents or maybe agents of the future, what will they struggle with most coming into this industry?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Luke.
You better think about that one.
No, I don't need to think. I've been in it a long time. And, I think the hardest thing in this industry is consistency. Being consistent, whether that's to your process, whether that's to your work commitment, work-life balance, whatever it is, I think it's consistency. I mean, I think that at first you can go so hard at it, right? You're going at it. You're trying to clean up everything. You're trying to make sure that you're getting to where you want to go, your destination. But I think as time progresses, right, when you continue to do the same thing and you're not adding variations, right?
Yeah.
It's just harder to be consistent and to stay, again, locked in, have that mindset of this is going to benefit me in the next 2 years or the next 3 years. We can't think of, this is what we tell our agents all the time. We can't just think of now. Now is great. Yeah, we'll attack now, but we really want you guys to see the vision and have a vision of what does it look like 5 years from now?
Yeah, for sure.
10 years from now, what does it look like?
For sure.
Yeah.
So really just making sure people understand the vision and are committed to being consistent at honing in on their crafts, to be better and diligent at the job at hand.
I think
so. That's what I would say.
Yeah, and I think that goes a lot with the new agents. I think some of them give up too early,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
hard.
not. And I like you said, to each his own.
Yeah.
If you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them have so much potential, they
Yeah.
just don't see it because something goes wrong early on.
Yeah.
Well, it's sales at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
that's
And
it.
the number one issue with sales, or the number one thing with sales, is your mentality.
Yep.
What goes on right in between here.
Yep.
Are you confident? Do you believe in the products that you're offering?
Yep.
Can you communicate that well
Yep.
to the person across the phone or in person if you're dealing with whoever you're talking to about insurance?
Yep.
Can you provide value where that person is feeling it? And if somebody lacks that confidence, unfortunately, people pick up on that and they
Yep.
go with the more confident person.
absolutely.
And it's not faking it till you make it. I mean, you really have to find that within yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people struggle with that.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. I struggled with that when I first started in my career. I was 18 years old and I struggled with finding that confidence. I was like, man, I don't know why somebody would give me, an 18-year-old kid,
Literally.
their banking information or their credit card or their socials. It was a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to get that information in order to enroll into a health insurance policy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I'm talking to someone who is twice my age or more,
Right.
Mhm.
and they're giving me all this information. They're trusting me with it, which is that's another thing. As an insurance agent or a broker, you're being trusted with a lot of information,
A lot of it.
and you've got to be able to have good integrity. Because once again, if you have bad integrity, then that ruins your entire reputation for the rest of your career.
Yep.
And so I always take that with a very high regard.
Yeah.
Because if you got to have integrity, you've got to be able to want to help people. And if you've got that deep rooted desire, I think the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as long as you've got some confidence in your ability and confidence in
Yeah.
the products that you offer people. So
Yeah.
if that resonates with you and you thinking about that and you like to just ask us questions, it doesn't even have to be coming and joining Apollo.
Yeah. No.
Or joining really whatever. But if you have questions about the insurance industry specifically,
Yeah.
please send us a private message, put it in the comments. Let us know, because we'd be more than happy to take some time, talk to you on the phone, or answer questions that you have in private messages or DMs.
And I think the biggest thing that the guy that I listen to the most is Gary Vee.
Mhm.
And I love Gary Vee. I think he's a great sales guy, entrepreneur, everything. And like he started out with literally garage sales.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like he would just find a specific product
Yeah.
and go buy it. And like that's the thing. Like you said, if you don't trust your product,
Yep.
they're not going to sell it. They
Yeah.
will sense that.
For sure.
You have to have full faith in the product. They buy you, not the product.
Absolutely.
I do want to shout out everybody, since I'm a chief revenue officer of Apollo Insurance Group. We're
Yeah.
doing this podcast together. We're all Apollo.
Yeah.
Rod's behind the cameras, also Apollo. He's an insurance agent.
Yeah.
I call him Rod's Christian Rodner. So shout out to you for everything that you've been able to do on the behind the scenes. But I do want to give a shout out to all of the clients at Apollo.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of you
Absolutely.
guys that have helped support a lot of agents' lives and help get them off the ground and into the industry to be successful.
Yeah.
We have now 35,000+ clients and growing.
Yeah.
We'll probably add this next open enrollment. We'll probably add another 15,000+ people.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we'll be 50,000+ clients that we're helping across 45-ish states.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So one, thank you to every single one of you, because every single one of you do matter.
Yep.
We love helping you guys out every single year. We scour the market. And that's our goal, is to continue to look at changes, what's coming. If we don't want to just put you in a cookie cutter plan and spend 3 minutes with you. That's not our goal. We really want to take an advisor approach and be your trusted advisor. So one, thank you for trusting us with your health insurance.
Yeah.
It's one of our biggest things that I have a deep rooted desire for. If we haven't helped you out before now, we'd love to have an opportunity to just give you a free quote. Our services are 100% free.
100%.
It doesn't cost you a dime to go through us, or rather direct to a carrier.
Yep.
There are some brokerages out there that charge, and that's good for them, because maybe they provide a better benefit than what we do. But for us, our services are 100% free to our consumers, our clients. We're paid by the carriers, not paid by you. It's the same amount of money. So we would love to have the opportunity to show you how we can help.
Absolutely. We love each and every one of you.
We
appreciate it.
We
Absolutely.
do. If you're interested in getting into this industry, please reach out.
Let us know.
All
Always.
three of us are more than happy to help answer questions.
Yep.
Our director of marketing, Adrian, was on our last episode last
Yep.
week. You got to hear about marketing, content creation. If you're an insurance agent in the industry and you want to ask questions about marketing, we've already gotten some from marketing questions from the last episode. If you want to continue to ask those, we're a resource. That's what this whole podcast is for, is to help people regardless of a financial gain for us.
Absolutely.
It's just meant to be, a definite resource for everybody
And
out
it's
there.
just fun.
It is. I enjoy getting to sit down and being able to do this with you guys. So, and thank you for tuning in for everybody across the board. Do you guys have any last thoughts for this podcast,
I think
this
we're good.
episode?
No, I think we're
should
good. Let's toast it out, and
let's do it.
And we'll see you next time.
Mark.
Mark, you lead us.
Whiskey for the souls, insurance for the wallets.
Perfect.
Again, shout out Macadoodles. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.